Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I am telling you guys what the plan for this channel is in the year 2024. So it's been a really good year, and I wanted to make this video mainly to say thank you guys for a fantastic 2023. The channel has been something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm very glad I finally got to do it. And it's been really good so far. I have 200 plus subscribers. That was a goal I wanted to reach by the end of the year, and I did it by like 2 days. Was super proud of that. And the channel ended up having nearly 45,000 views throughout the whole year. So extremely happy with those results. Thank you guys so much. Genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. It's been super fun so far. So I figured I would do a little update video and tell you guys what the plan for the channel is in the year that we are in right now, 2024. So of course, Valorant. It's been my bread and butter on this channel so far. It's the main esport that I follow. It's not the only esport that I want to be following and that I want to be making videos of. I do loosely follow Smash. I used to take Smash a lot more seriously back in the day. Haven't really gotten back into it as much as I had wanted to for the sake of this channel, but I do want to make content for Smash Bros, and I do want to expand the esports that I talk about, because this channel is not meant to just be a Valorant channel. It's meant to be a channel that talks about esports in general, talks about the industry, talks about what happens with different organizations, what happens with the money in the industry, and just all things about it and about esports, because I really like esports. I do. I really enjoy looking at this industry and analyzing it and watching matches from Valorant, Smash Bros, and I've tried CS as well. And competitive gaming has always been an idea to me that seems really cool. And when I first learned that esports was a thing, I was envisioning, it being as big as regular sports. And it hasn't reached that, and I don't know if it's going to, but I've already talked about that in previous videos. It's not what we're here to talk about, but I just want this channel to be a conduit for discussion and for us to look at just esports in general, not just specific ones, and to just look at how this industry is and to just have a good time talking about it. But mainly for Valorant, what my plan going forward is that the first batch of content you guys are going to get in 2024 when it comes to Valorant is the 2024 VCT season previews. If you're watching my videos around the end of the 2023 VCT season, you might remember that I was doing these season debrief videos where I looked at the team at the end of the year, looked at the stats their players had, looked at the roster they had, what results they had, and all their maps, all that stuff. So I was doing that for the end of the season. My original plan was to make a video for literally every team in the VCT. Then I decided to kind of downsize that to maybe just Americas, and then I just didn't do that many overall. It's been hard to keep this channel consistent. That's kind of been my main problem throughout 2023. I plan to really work to change that and to bring you guys plenty of content every week. And one way I plan to do that for at least the first month of 2024 and bleeding into February as well is the season previews, which are going to be very similar to the season debriefs, but they're going to be looking at what the team is looking like going forward. So instead of really looking back at the previous season, which I will do, but to a lesser extent, we're going to look at what they have upcoming and what the expectations for each team is going to be. Obviously, every team wants to win, but some teams are going to not reach expectations. Some teams are going to exceed those. There's going to be underdog teams that win. There's going to be teams that we expect to dominate that will dominate. So I want to just do a deep dive into every team. So the plan is I'm going to make videos on every team from the Pacific, Americas, and EMEA leagues. I would do the China teams, but I decided to not do them. First of all, making like 40 videos within basically less than a month. That sounds very difficult, first of all, but that's not my main reason for not doing the China teams. The main reason is that these teams were not in the VCT last season. So while I could look at the tournaments that happened throughout the China League, that was last year, where a couple teams were able to make it to VCT international events, I could look at those. But overall, with the structure I'm going for with the season previews, it just wouldn't work as well. I want to be looking at the teams that already have a year in the franchise VCT under their belt. So unfortunately, none of the China teams have that aside from EDG, Bilibili, Attacking Soul. So it's either I do like 3 of them or like 4 of them, or I do none of them. So I figured I'll do China next year if I am continuing this channel, which I do plan to. because those teams will now have a year of the VCT under their belt. But what about the Ascension teams? Because those teams weren't in the VCT last year. For those, I'm going to be doing the previews slightly differently, mainly looking at the year in the Tier 2 scene. But the Tier 2 scene had more of a similar structure to the VCT with the regular season stage. They had like splits and whatnot, and then they had their tournaments throughout the year. So there was a bit more structure there. So again, I definitely don't want to shun China, because I do think the China League is going to be very competitive, and those teams are going to be putting up some really good results. But I promise I will do the season previews for them next year. I just want to look at the teams that were already in the VCT. Moving on from that, I'm also going to be trying to watch as much Valorant as I possibly can, and then doing match reviews / recaps. So what are these videos going to be? The plan is, after each day of matches, I'll start with the Americas, then move on to probably EMEA and then Pacific. It's hard to watch the Pacific games because a lot take place during night, at least in my time zone. But mainly what I want to do is watch the matches and then take notes during them, and then make a video looking at the stats of the players, looking at how the matches went, and just reviewing it. And this will be a good way to evaluate where teams are at, and it'll be a good way to kind of recap the matches for those that didn't get to catch it, or just for those that did watch it, maybe looking for a bit more insight into what happened in the match. I think it'd be an interesting way to discuss what happens in the VCT basically in real time, because I'm going to try to make those videos the same day that those matches happen. That will definitely be a challenge because I am a very busy guy. That's why this channel has been inconsistent, because I have a full-time job as well. So it's definitely tough to balance, but I'm going to try to watch as much Valorant as possible and make those reviews and recaps for you. I will also be making sure that I keep coverage of the VCT both in the news and just the general discussion and the topics that are going on during the season. This will be team videos, this will be videos about specific players, this will be about who's doing well, who's doing bad, whatever crazy news happen, whoever Sentinels end up dropping halfway through the season. Kidding, of course, but it could very well happen. Moving on, Smash Bros. What's the plan for Smash Bros? So similar to the match reviews and recaps that I'm going to be doing for the VCT, I'm going to try out something for Smash Bros. Essentially what I want to do is do the similar kind of format where I watch the matches and then make a video on the notes I was taking and the results and all that stuff. But since FGC tournaments are very huge, especially Smash tournaments, and they take a very long time, it seems more worth it to just do top 8, because then they'll be looking at which players have really dominated throughout the whole tournament and have made it this far. Obviously, it's very hard to make top 8. I could do like top 24. I could do like top 64 if I wanted to. That seems like a lot. And I feel like starting out with this to really get good, consistent Smash content out, I think focusing on top 8 is probably the best to go. So we will be trying out a different couple formats for Smash Bros. And any other FGC tournaments that I decide to watch, because, you know, I could expand to Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, anything like that. So we will see how that goes, but I do plan on making something work for Smash Bros. And other fighting games. And then, of course, general topics we'll continue to be talking about. News videos, history videos, videos about the industry in general. I do plan on making my first history video about Sentinels and their history in Valorant so far. So that's another Valorant specific content. But I do want to make a lot of history videos about, you know, certain organizations, certain players, just kind of pivotal moments and just really pivotal things that have happened throughout the history of esports. And my goals for the year. So I want to reach 1,000 subscribers. That is my main goal. Get subscribers. It's been very up and down, the amount of subscribers that I'm getting. It's been, you know, I get like 15 on some videos, then I get none for a couple of videos, and then another 10 or no. So I want the subscriber thing to be very consistent, and hopefully it's a gradual crawl instead of up and down. But obviously I can't control that. All I can do is upload the videos and hope for the best. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching this video, why don't you do that right now? That'd be very appreciated. And I want to reach 200,000 views. Now, currently, as I said at the start of the video, in 2023, I got 44,000 views. Very good numbers. I was very happy with that when I saw that number at the end of the year. But I wanted to maybe set my goal for 100,000 views. But then I thought, you know what? I should set my sights higher. So I decided 200,000 views. That is reachable. If I keep getting consistently, I've been getting consistently 1,000 views on most of my videos over the last like 10 or so uploads. So if I keep that trend going, it is doable. and hopefully that'll mean a lot more growth and everything like that. And I want to start streaming. And I've streamed before. I used to have a Twitch channel called Chill Out Spark. Spark's like my gamer tag, so you can call me that if you want. You can call me Spark. It doesn't matter. You can also just call me the Chill Out Esports guy. Don't care. But I was streaming during the pandemic. I had a lot of fun. There are some people that were fans of me back on that channel that I kind of abandoned, so I do feel kind of bad for that. Sorry, A180, if you're watching this. But now that I've kind of built something here with this channel, I do want to dive back into streaming, and either streaming just playing games, doing random stuff, or playing Valorant, or doing Valorant watch parties, doing watch parties for Smash Bros tournaments and all that stuff. So I'll see how like doable that is and what I can do to make that content engaging and interesting for you guys, and whether or not I want to do it here on this YouTube channel or go back to my old Twitch account or make a whole new Twitch account. And we'll try to figure out something within that streaming space and hopefully come up with something that is entertaining and good for you guys. And hey, if you want to watch me stream, let me know in the comments down below. If you don't care at all, you could say that too, or just not say anything. That's up to you. But overall, I want to expand my content. This isn't the only YouTube channel I want to have. I have a lot of ideas for not just esports content, but a lot of other content. And this year, I really want to put it into action and just go all in. And really hope I'm able to do it. Right now, we are focusing on this channel because this is what I have built so far. And it would be definitely beneficial to focus on this, focus on the other content later. So hopefully you guys are liking what you're seeing. I really appreciate all the views. If you're a person that has been watching for at least a couple months now or recently, thank you very much. And I really appreciate it. You are one of 200 people that are subscribed. And, you know, that's a small number in the grand scheme of things, but it's a big number to me. So I very much appreciate it. Anyways, let me know what content you guys want to see from me in the comment section down below. I will be reading them. I always do. I try to reply to them as well. So let me know what you guys think. And if you have any suggestions, ears are open. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.